welcome to millions of viewers here in Nigeria, the continent, and all around the world. This is Lunchtime Politics, where we unpack and dissect some of the biggest stories in Nigeria's political landscape. Let's check out our radar this hour. Academic Staff Union of Universities suspend 2-week warning strike, gives federal government 1 month to address demands. Breaking this hour, Nnamdi Kanu unveils a list of serving and former officials as witnesses, including FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. Wherever you're watching from around the world, we're live from our global headquarters here in Lagos, Nigeria. I am Kelly Egiga. Let's begin with our breaking news this hour. The leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, has listed former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, as his witness in his ongoing alleged terrorism trial. In a fresh motion he personally signed and filed before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja, Mr. Kanu is assuring that he was ready to begin his defense as ordered by the court. The IPOB leader says the motion was, quote, pursuant to the order of the court made on 16 October 2025, directing the defendant to commence his defense on the 24th of this month. Kanu informed the court of his plans to call a total of 23 witnesses divided into 2 categories. The first category we understand, he says, would be those he has described as, quote, ordinary but material witnesses, while his second category of witnesses would be vital and compellable and shall be summoned under Section 232 of the Evidence Act 2011. Amongst those Kanu listed as compellable witnesses include the Minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, a former Minister of Defense, General Theophilus Danjuma, retired, former Chief of Army Staff, General Tuko Buratai, retired, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and Governor Hope Uzodinma of Imo State. Others we hear include the Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, the immediate past Governor of Abia State, Okeze Ikpeazu, the immediate past Director General, National Intelligence Agency, NIA, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, and former DG of the State Security Service, Yusuf Bichi, and several witnesses whose identities he didn't reveal. More stories for you this hour. The Academic Staff Union of Universities has suspended the 2-week warning strike. It started on October 13, 2025. The strike, which is due to expire next Monday, is suspended following renewed commitments from the federal government and the National Assembly to address their demands. ASUU President Professor Chris Puona made the announcement at a news conference in Abuja, citing recent interventions and engagements with the Yayale Ahmed-led committee and the Deputy Senate President as the reasons for suspending the action before its expiring dates. The lecturers, however, are urging the government to take advantage of a 1-month window of this suspension to address the demands, which include the review of the federal government's and ASUU's agreement of 2009, payment of all outstanding salaries and earned allowances, payment of universities' revitalization fund, among others. The lecturers also threatened to resume the industrial action without any notice if nothing is done within the next 1 month.
There is victory for all.
More stories now as we head to the courts. The Federal High Court sitting in Ambakederimo, the Ebonyi State capital, has nullified the local government and councillorship elections that produced the current council chairman in the state, declaring their election as unconstitutional. The presiding judge, Justice Hilary Oshoma, held that the July 2024 local government and councillorship elections in the state did not conform with the provisions of the Electoral Act. The court therefore voided and cancelled the local government and councillorship elections and has asked the Ebonyi State Independent National Electoral Commission and the state government, who are the second and third respondents, not to conduct further local government and councillorship elections in the state, except in line with the provisions of the Constitution. Where the court, which granted most of the reliefs sorted by counsels to the first plaintiff, Hamilton Obodo, and second plaintiff, Chief Moody Henede, granted consequential order on the matter. All right, well, so much drama to unpack right there in Ebonyi State. But let's turn our attention today on the program, everyone, to something that has happened in Bayelsa State. The governor resigned from the People's Democratic Party barely 1 week after that resignation. We are still waiting to hear from the governor as to exactly why he has not revealed his next destination. We also hear there's some sort of power control and tussle as to who would control the structure of the APC, perhaps in Bayelsa State, if it does moves to the APC. But we're better to speak with this hour than someone who understands the workings of the party and, of course, the pro-supporter of the governor of Bayelsa State. He joins us live on the program now, elder statesman and convener, South Reawakening Group, Mr. Joseph Ambakederimo, joins us live from our Abuja studios. Thank you, indeed, elder statesman, for agreeing to talk to us this hour.
Thank you.
Well, because we haven't heard from you, perhaps for starters, I would like to give you an opportunity to paint a picture for Nigerians again as to what is exactly in there for the people of Bayelsa State as to this resignation of the governor from the PDP.
Thank you for this opportunity once more again. Politics, they say, is dynamic, and the action taken by the Bayelsa State governor is quite in place going forward. He's only just waiting to be presented his membership card as a member of the APC. Going forward, like every other party, the APC, in that constitution, they have governors as leaders of the party in their various states. So nothing will change. Nothing has changed. He's going there to the APC. As I have called earlier, some months back, for him to do the needful, observing the current state, vegetative state of the People's Democratic Party, which, of course, many argue that Bayelsa have been a PDP state, but such assumptions, for me, doesn't hold water. You know, when you are in a sinking boat, ship, at the point you must decide on what you want to do. And going forward too, let me correct an erroneous impression or perspective that people talk about and asking questions, why should a second-term governor resign from the party to go to another party? Why would there be this rush? Who and who is pursuing who, they don't know. The sitting governor, many times, in Bayelsa in particular, have been undermined by members of the party at the highest level. You know, We have instances of members, like I mentioned, at the highest level, who have sponsored candidates behind the governor's back, behind his back, another political platform, hobnobbing with other political parties. And such persons today are asking these questions. Why would the second-term governor, defect from a party? And
Elder Statesman,
such persons do not have the moral justification whatsoever to ask such questions.
Elder Statesman, I would imagine you are perhaps...
Just hold on.
Yes. I imagine you're referring to his predecessor, Senator Serake Dixon.
I don't know. Many persons have been...
Because he's one of those who has questioned why your principal is deciding to perhaps defect. But you have, so we can take as many questions as possible, you have disclosed that the governor's next destination is the All Progressives Congress. That's what you have confirmed to us here.
Yes.
He's yet to do that officially.
I have.
But maybe we'll wondering, why is the delay? Why the delay then? 1 week after his resignation from the PDP.
There is no delay whatsoever. There is no delay. The back channels are very, very active. And right now he's not in the country. So once he comes back, the deal will be done.
All right. Because the feeders we are hearing and getting is that there is some sort of power control. There's some sort of tussle as to who exactly would control the structure of the APC if it does eventually move to the APC. We have the former governor of Bayelsa State, who is in that party as well, former Governor Timipri Silva. We also have a serving minister of petroleum resources, Senator Heineke Lokobiri. So who exactly becomes the leader of that party? Remember, somewhere in Benue State as well, there's that power tussle and control between the governor of Benue State, Reverend Hyacinth Alia, and the SGF, George Akume. So is that what is also beginning to play out here even before he does move to the APC? Not such is playing out in Bayelsa. Bayelsa is party members in Bayelsa, both parties, PDP, APC. It's been across the country like that in all party constitution. The governors of those states of any state become the leader of the party. Every other person must subsume themselves under the governor. That is how it has been. It will not change, and it will move forward on that steed. So whoever that wants to cause that kind of crisis, which I'm not sure is in Bayelsa, the members of the APC are men and noble men who understands the politics, how it should be played, the dynamics in politics. Being a leader of a party, the governor being a leader of a party does not confer to him a warehouse of knowledge when it comes to taking decisions, political decisions. And this very governor is somebody who consults regularly. He's not a man who just sit down and begin to take decisions to override every other person. No. Diri has been known to be, a straight shooter. He comes and consults with people. He strategizes with people, his party members. He has not ride roughshod over anybody. So such a man should not be harassed. And I don't think anybody would harass him coming into the party of note that will give the people of Bayelsa, all what we deserve. Like I mentioned earlier, we have to be on that table where decisions are being made to govern this country. We must sit on that table. And the governor has made it clear when I called out the governor then to say 3 months, 4 months back that you need to look elsewhere to go and do the things that you want to do for the people of Bayelsa. For me, as I've mentioned to him many, many times and several other persons, the welfare and the well-being of the people must be the centerpiece of our politics that we play. There's no doubt about that. Once the people's interests are not carried along, then we are finding ourselves in a bigger problem. So he has assured every stakeholder that he
consulted with, including myself, to say the people's interest matters to him and not his personal interest.
Well, elder statesman, that's something that people would debate, because politicians in this part of the world and continent always make decisions based on interests. Yes, they'll tell us that it's the interest of the people, but we know that most times it's for their personal interest. And that's why this has raised a lot of questions as to why exactly his resignation and possible defection, because a second-term governor, I'm just wondering perhaps what is in there for him personally. When you say that he's trying to perhaps align Bayelsa to the central government, one would wonder, for a governor, a second-term governor, has that not been happening? Does he need to move to the APC for him to align the states to the central government?
This is a mistake we all make. If I may ask, is there or would there be any particular time that any governor or party member should defect from his party to another party? There's no particular time. There is no given time. You know, if he had done this in the first 10 years before his election, same persons would have come out to say why, he's been afraid of the federal might or something. That's why he's defecting to protect himself, to become a governor for second tenure. These issues will have come up. So, at what point are we going to stop playing this too much politics that's beclouding our sense of reasoning? For me, in particular, when I urged him to do that, to take that leap, to make that switch, I made it clear. About 4 years, you have people like late Melford Okilo, Halford Dapabirie, they are Macquaries and everybody. They never played opposition politics. When the Niger Delta Congress was formed, then in the early 60s, where were they? At what point? What did they achieve with that minority party then, in the parliamentary system of government? It was when they aligned with Northern People's Congress. Some of them became parliamentary secretaries. They were appointed into offices, given portfolios, So I'm a stickler for political realignment. I'm an advocate for political realignment. You don't sit down in one place and begin to, when you are even sure that the platform is becoming, the entire structure is becoming weak and almost collapsing. And you stay in there.
Yes.
And again, too, it's becoming a sorry state in our body politics. We never in this country follow through to what we do. Every time, some persons have come forward to say they should stay in the party and work out things for the party. But it's not working. What's happening in PDP today could happen even in the APC. Look at the Labour Party today. I've mentioned in several forums that the PDP that had ruled this country for 16 years would have become an institution, a behemoth, that people from other countries everywhere to come and, study the act of governance. But today, where are they? We build one here. What we do in this country is always to build. We don't know how to maintain. And everything falls apart.
All right. So let me squeeze in more questions, Elder Statesman.
For me, I keep urging him to go to do the needful. And again, like I mentioned, I'll keep saying it, the people of Bayelsa is at the center of all of this.
All right.
They will come out,
Yeah. So the arguments from the People's Democratic Party is that the governor's defection amounts to a betrayal of the mandate in which he was elected. But because you have responded to that, let me also ask you now, are you not concerned as an elder statesman that we are gradually delving into a one-party system and what that potentially means for our democracy?
I will knock it down again. I will knock this one down. There is no, like I mentioned, we play too much politics with everything.
I mean, that's the reality on ground, isn't it?
From political parties to other parties didn't start today.
Yes, but
so let us not bring all these
we're getting to that point.
Trivial arguments and just hold on. One party, there are opposition parties everywhere. In Bayelsa today, you have opposition parties. Even the PDP, you have opposition parties. The Labour Party, there's ADC, there's PPP, whatever, so many nomenclature everywhere. So what are we talking about? Is it because they are governors or senators or House of Representative members or local government chairmen that will move from one party to the other? You know, it will not make it, will now conclude that it's a one-party state. Nigeria is going to become one-party state. Let us not forget, the same PDP that are complaining and every other opposition parties that are complaining. There were once a time they've also mass movement to their parties, and they opened their hands and embraced whoever that was coming in. So for me, I want to trivialize it. It's not, the argument doesn't hold water to say people want to make Nigeria one-party state. For how long are we going to make Nigeria one-party state?
I think it does hold water, that statement.
This slogan has been on since 1999.
Yes, I mean, people always, politicians will always defect and defend their reasons for defection and defend their reasons for defecting. But elder statesman, take a look at the South region. Right now in Bayelsa, where you are, it does look as if it's going to head to APC. In Cross River State, APC. Akwa Ibom State, APC. Delta, APC. Rivers has an APC structure. PDP governor, but the local government structure, it looks like it's headed for the APC as well. Edo State, APC. In the Southeast region as well, another stronghold, which used to be another stronghold for the PDP, 3 states out of 5 are now ruled by the APC-led administration. Imo, Ebonyi, and very recently, Enugu states. Well, Abia and Anambra State appear to be very shaky. In the northern part of the country, I mean, it's almost an APC state-run government, and then in the southwest as well. So I'm thinking that for someone of your status who has seen Nigeria over the years, you should be concerned and worried as per what this potentially implies, you know, for a very fragile democracy.
There shouldn't be any worries. I've mentioned it many, many times in different forums. If we play politics, which of course everybody agrees is dynamic, then there shouldn't be any problem. Other parties in the past have benefited from this kind of movement. So why should it now, the movement to APC is now the issue that people want to dwell on, you know, indefinitely. For me, it's becoming monotonous. We shouldn't be doing this. We should discuss development for our states, infrastructure development. You know, I have been an advocate of infrastructural development for my people. You know, we all travel abroad and come back. We go and enjoy facilities somewhere, and we'll come to our state of our country. We can't replicate what we enjoy somewhere. Is it not a shame? You know, so for me, I keep saying we use politics to, you know, everything is mired in politics. It shouldn't be so. Yeah. Let's talk of how we can develop our people, human capital development, infrastructural development for our people, for the area. You know, I've taken up all the governors in the South many, many times. I've taken them up. Why can't they come together to form a coalition, to form, you know, a consortium? Come together. You have the Brace Commission. If you know about the Brace Commission, where is the Brace Commission today? They couldn't even fund it. But meanwhile, you go to the Southwest, you have the Odua. You know. So,
all right. As we begin
we need to sit down.
Yes, as we begin to wind down on our conversation with you, elder statesman,
in the region or even in larger Nigerian society.
Yeah.
What kind of politics are we playing when the people are not benefiting in the politics? So, if you want to defect to a party, for me, I made a case. We want Bayelsans, beside the statutory ministerial appointments. Where are the Bayelsa people in other federal government, parastatals or agencies? Where are they? apart from the NDDC right now, Bayelsa's son is occupying? Which other agency of government that the Bayelsa person is occupying?
So your confidence in this defection?
Yes, it should make a case.
So your confidence in this defection
of the APC.
So your confidence in this defection will place Bayelsa sons in other MDAs?
Where are they? How many?
No, I'm asking. I'm saying, so you're very confident that this particular defection...
Look at what... Just hold on a moment, please. Look at what the FCT minister is doing. Many of the agencies are people now occupied by people now from Rivers State. Right. Even encroaching in Bayelsa, taking our people to go and put there. So what is politics if not by interest? Your people must be brought up to national limelight.
We have to round up our conversation with you.
Like I mentioned to you earlier.
Yes, we have to round up our conversation with you.
Look at what people like
in a couple of minutes. Yes, just allow me to squeeze in because we have to round off in just a moment. So I wanted to speak to these arguments and what we are hearing, that there's some sort of heightened political tension ahead of the governor's reception in Yenagoa, the Bayelsa State capital. I'm still wondering how these power blocks will play out. The Minister of Petroleum Resources, the former governor of Bayelsa State, Mipre Silva, and then Governor Diri. I'm just wondering what could be playing out behind the scenes, because you are very familiar with what is going on there. Can you walk us through what exactly could be playing out, and when is he likely to officially be received into the APC fold?
Like I mentioned, the governor is out of the country at the moment. Once he comes back, he returns to Nigeria. The switch will be activated, Then coming to members, political member of APC in Bayelsa, see, there is no tension anywhere. There have been no tension. It's just all made up by people who didn't like the movement of the governor within and without, I know I'm not a carry member of any political party per se, but I'm a stakeholder, a grounded stakeholder in Bayelsa, in the South. So many of my friends are politicians, many. And I sit with them, we argue, like that. So there's nothing. Every person that have been mentioned, the Minister of State for Petroleum, the former governor, these are all my friends. So we all sit and drink together, eat together. They are not characters that will come and begin to, cause crisis. It is to their gain. The movement of the governor is to their gain. They should gain. The party in the state will spread its feet wider, embracing everybody, the people of Bayelsa, into one fold. So why would they not be happy when the governor is moving into their party?
Well, we have to leave it here. We have to leave it here because we are absolutely...
Things have been made up.
Yes, we're absolutely pressed for time, and we have to go down.
They can,
so we have to leave it here.
With no crisis, it will be
Elder Statesman, thank you so much indeed for your time on the program. Elder Statesman and convener, South Reawakening Group, Mr. Joseph Ambakederimo, thank you indeed for speaking to us live from our Abuja studios.
Thank you.
All right, well, it's a fine place to anchor our conversation with Elder Statesman. It's interesting to see how this will play out. Looking forward to that, perhaps that official defection, as he has confirmed to us first here on Channels TV. That does it for us here on the program. Everyone, thanks indeed for watching. On behalf of the production team and everyone here, I am Kelly Egiga, and you have just been served on Lunchtime Politics. Good afternoon.
The new legislative week